All right, hey class, so today we're going to do the study guide for our Unit 2A test. First, we're going to solve for the variable indicated. Remember, these are the ones where we're just trying to get a letter by itself. We're not actually going to find a solution. All right, so on this one, it tells me to solve for R. Remember, we're going to put a box around what we're solving for, and then we're going to do a do and undo chart. So on this one, this R is being multiplied by pi and h. So I can undo that all in one step. And then on this bottom one, we're going to do what we're solving for equals what's by itself. And remember, whenever we write this out, we're going to start at the bottom and work our way up. So this one's going to be R equals V divided by pi times h. So next we're going to solve for the y. Put a box around the y, do a do and undo chart. Start with whatever's touching the box, which would be 14. It's being multiplied. To undo it, we're going to divide by 14. So we're done with that. So now we've got a positive 7x. To undo it, we're going to subtract 7x. On the bottom, we're going to put y equals negative 21. So remember, we're going to put what we're solving for and what's already by itself on the equal sign. And we're going to start here, work our way up. So we're going to do y equals negative 21. We need to subtract 7x. And then we need to divide by 14. Next, we're going to solve for h on this one. Do and undo. Nothing's touching the box, so we're going to go straight to this a. It's being added, so we're going to subtract a. At the bottom, we're going to have h equals v. We're going to have whatever we're solving for equal to whatever's already by itself. We're going to start there and go backwards. So it's going to be h equals v minus a. All right. So next, short answers. For this expression, 12x squared plus 15y plus 10, we're going to identify the coefficients. Let's go ahead and do that first. Remember, coefficients are the numbers in front of the variables. In this case, it's 12 and 15. Next, we're going to do the variables. So if we have two coefficients, then we have to have two variables. And in this case, it's x and y. Remember, variables are letters. And then the terms, and we're going to go ahead and list the terms. We've got a 12x squared, comma, 15y, comma, and a 10. Next, we're going to do the sum of three consecutive integers is 75. We're going to write an equation, then find the three numbers. So we're going to do x plus 1 plus x plus 2. So that takes care of three consecutive integers is 75. So now we're going to combine like terms. I've got 1, 2, 3 x's. 1 and 2 gives me 3 equals 75. I'm going to subtract 3. That gives me 3x equals 72. I'm going to divide by 3. 72 divided by 3 is 24. So that's my first term. So x equals 24. To find my next term, I'm going to do x plus 1. So I'm going to do 24 plus 1, that's 25. And then I'm going to take x plus 2, so it's 24 plus 2 is 26. So real quick, add 24 plus 25 plus 26 together, and that gives me 75, which is what it should give me, so that is the correct answer. So next we're going to do three consecutive even integers, have a sum of 68, find the three numbers. So on this one we're going to do x plus x plus 2, that's how I'm going to get another integer, plus that's even. Then I'm going to do x plus 4, that's how I'm going to find the next one, equals 66, but then the rest is the same. Combine like terms, 3x, 2 plus 4 is 6, 66. We subtract 6 from both sides, 3x equals 60. Divide by 3, x equals 20. So if x equals 20, my next even would be x plus 2, so that would be 20 plus 2 is 22. And I'm going to do x plus 4, that's going to be 20 plus 4 is 24, and if I add all these up together, it'll give me 66. So those are my three integers. Next, Bill is building a rectangular sandbox for his son to play in. So there's my rectangle. The length is 2 feet more than the width. So my width, I don't know what it is, so it's x, but the length is 2 feet more than that. So that's going to be x plus 2. He has 20 feet of boards. What are the dimensions of his sandbox? So I'm going to go around these and I'm going to add, so I've got an x plus x, that's taking care of those two, plus x plus 2, plus x plus 2 equals 20. So now I'm going to go ahead and combine like terms. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 x's, plus 2 and 2 is 4, equals 20. Now it's just a two-step equation. I'm going to subtract 4. That gives me 4x equals 16. And divide by 4. 16 divided by 4 is 4. But it wants the dimensions of his sandbox. Well, I just found the width. Right? The width is 4 feet. So if this is 4, and this would be 4 plus 2, so the length is 4 plus 2 is 6 feet. All right. Next, write an algebraic expression. So we're taking words, turning it into an algebraic expression. 7 less than a number. Well, less than is subtraction, but that's also one that I have to flip. So I'm going to do a number minus 7. Next, 9 more than a number. More than means addition, but again, that's one I need to flip. So it's going to be x plus 9, not 9 plus x, but x plus 9. The quotient of a number in 7 increased by twice 5. So the quotient of number in 7, so that's the quotient of a number in 7, increased by twice 5. I don't know why they put that two numbers in there, but that would look like that right there. You won't have one on the test like that. 2 minus the sum of P and Q. So I'm going to take 2 minus the sum of P and Q. So I'm going to do, put those in parentheses. Again, that's what it would look like, but you're not going to have one like that on the test. All right, on the back, let me make sure my page is set up right. Solve for the variable and show your work. Some of y'all didn't show your work on the quiz. I didn't take off, but on your test you have to show work. Number 12, go through all your steps. I worked down to getting to moving the coefficient. I'm going to divide by -3, x equals -12. So you have to show me this, not just the answer. Next, my first step is distribute. Well, this one I have something to distribute. That's going to give me 10x minus 60 equals 40. Now it's a two-step equation. I'm going to add 60. Now I'm going to take care of the coefficient. Those cancel, just like those canceled. X equals 10. G over 3 plus 6, I'm going to take care of the constant first. 15 minus 6 is 9. I'm going to multiply by 3. These cancel. G equals 27. Remember, you can just punch that in your calculator exactly how you see it. 5x plus 3 is greater than or equal to 48, so we're going to solve, show our work, and graph the solution. So that gives me 5x is greater than or equal to 45. I'm going to divide by 5. Remember, if I divide by a negative, I've got to flip that inequality. This I'm dividing by a positive, so my inequality stays the same. It's 9, and all you have to do is put 9 on your number line somewhere. Variables on the left-hand side, so treat this like an arrow. The line underneath tells me I need a closed circle, and I can just treat it like an arrow, and it's pointing to the right. Next, we're going to multiply by 5 first. Those cancel. That leaves me h plus 4 is less than 30. Move your 4 over. I've never divided or multiplied by a negative, so my inequality stays the same. My variable's on the left-hand side, so I can treat that like an arrow. There's no line underneath it, so it's going to be an open circle, and I'm going to shade that way. Next, some vocabulary. Like terms must have the same variable and exponent. What does inverse operation mean? We're just going to say it means the opposite. So subtraction is the inverse of addition. Explain the distributive property. Remember, it means multiply. What's outside the parentheses by everything inside the parentheses. When do you use an open circle? Remember, when it's less than or greater than. And when do you use the closed circle? When it's less than or equal to or greater than or equal to. So that's it, guys. If you understand all this, you will do well in your test. Remember, if I were you, I'd print out another copy of the study guide and then try to do it, and then you'll have this to refer back to. Remember, this is 10 extra credit points if you do it.